Day 585, 22 for 22. Good morning. I hope this finds you well. Please stay in your fight and do not quit. All right, so we've talked about forgiveness of yourself and others. We've talked about self-esteem. We've talked about going off on life, taking off on tangents and ending up where you least expect to, and hopefully in a good spot. Today we're going to talk about self-worth. If you've seen the movie Rambo, he has quite the good speech in there about the Army entrusting him with millions of dollars worth of equipment and going off and fighting in a war, but comes back to home and can't find a job in a fast food restaurant. There's a lot of truth to that. We spend our time learning a trade, learning a craft, learning what we do, and get out, and all of a sudden what we did doesn't translate to a civilian job. And that's even for people that have technical jobs in the military, like medic. You got to go for further schooling to become certified for EMS or whatever. In many cases, they're starting to change that, but that's still a fact. People get out with a lot of good training and then struggle to get a good paying job based upon what they did in the service. I know as a grunt, it's kind of hard to translate, but leadership, adaptability, and there's a lot that a grunt brings to the table that people don't see. So anyway, there's also, we have our families, we have our issues. If your marriage is struggling while you're in, and you end up getting out for medical or whatever, you can almost guarantee it's going to get worse, simply because of your transition. Whether you're the husband or wife getting out, your transition is a double, triple, quadruple whammy. And then the spouse, husband or wife, also has a multiple of difficulty on the get out, having to deal with the spouse that's transitioning and dealing with their own transition. So if your self-worth is already being knocked in that marriage, knocked by whatever's going on with getting out, or even if you're in, your self-worth can plummet. And then we have to realize, I use special as the only word I can think of off the cuff here. Those of us that have chosen to serve are special. And the reason I say that is almost everybody, and I can't think of a reason why somebody can't join or can't go to college, is everybody can go to college. As I said, I can't think of a reason why somebody can't. Not everybody can join the military. Those of us that joined before 1973, well, you might have got a draft card, and Uncle Sam said, "Hey, let's go." So after 1973, it's an all-volunteer force. Nobody forced you to go in. There was the go in the Army or go to jail thing, but that's illegal now. But bottom line is, you chose to do something that many people can't do or choose not to do, and that makes you special. You may F up, and you may do some things that are not necessarily honorable, and I'm not talking about what you do in combat, but what you chose to do is admirable. Makes you a bit special as far as something wrong with my phone. Stand by. Let's see. Did that help? Yeah, it did. All right. So sorry about that. So you got to realize that your self-worth there is good for you. You did something that other people cannot do or choose not to do. And you have to put that all together with what you did for training, the adaptability that you have, the technical training that you learned, everything that you can put together to make yourself feel better about you. You need to use it. You can't let people knock you down. I know that's easier said than done, and I know I got my butt kicked when I got out. Actually, I got a little bit kicked before I got out. Some elements of my chain of command were not very supportive of me being screwed up with the heart and all that. And then throw in, the marriage that was already on the way out the door. It can send you for a loop. And you got to realize that if you're sitting on the edge of that cliff, that your self-worth is taking a beating already. Don't beat yourself up anymore. Show your worth. And that goes for everybody. Try to build yourself up and have others around you that'll build you up. I'm forever trying to build her up and build up my kids and build up my wife. I try to be a builder, and they do the same for me. Sometimes when I'm feeling not being the best dad, I get told even in the bad times that, what do you usually say, kid? Put you on the spot. You don't say anything? Way to leave me hanging. Am I a good dad? Am I the best dad? Am I your best dad? Right, you can say that, Well, anyway, left hanging. Man, I remember that when you get older.
Where's best dad? I did not leave you hanging.
Thank you. But you are a great daughter too. And I have another great daughter right there.
Who's a frowny puss?
She's a sour puss this morning.
No, frowny puss.
We had a bit of a oops this morning. We'll go into it, but yeah, we had a oops. And she has nothing to feel bad about. She cared about something enough to just jump into it. So, gotta like it. So anyway, build yourself up and have people around you that will build you up. Don't let people take you down. It ain't worth it. You are worth it. All right, time for some push-ups. You gonna do some? Come here. Snap out of it, baby. All right, you gonna do some, Barbara, or no?
I guess.
All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 1 for the airborne ranger in the sky. 1 for the infantry. 1 for the fallen. All right, YouTube channel, that _ push up _ guy tough. Facebook, Jim Tough. 20 veterans Facebook groups, and if you would, please share the video. If you cannot share it from the group you find it in, share it from my page. Once again, that's Jim Tough. I would really appreciate it if it would get shared more than it does. Bottom line is, if you need help, seek help. Get it from friends, family, professionals. There is no shame in seeking help. Do what you got to do to be here. Do not use suicide as a permanent solution to a temporary or permanent problem. You got this. Mary, you want to say goodbye? Don't be sad. All right, 1, 2, 3. Tough out.